Gentlemen,
start your engines. Thank you very much, Denny. On behalf of Champion Racing Association, powered by JEGS, your series director is Glenn Luck and marketing partner RJ Scott. Director of Race Operations and Head Scorer is Greg Wood. Your Chief Tech Inspector is Eddie Chu. Your tech and support staff includes Angela Albright, Jeff Albright, Jeff Chu, also Greg D. St. Jean, Karen D. St. Jean, as well as Scott Menlin and Jesse Teal. Your communication staff includes CRA photographers Robert Gill from Grand Rapids, Michigan, along with Dave Sink from Anderson, Indiana. Your official videographer high above the tower here this afternoon, Michael McIntyre from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Your chief starter on the flag stand from Carmel, Indiana, Mr. Brian Duncan. My name is Matt Preer from Angola, Indiana, and on behalf of all of us, we welcome you to race number 2 of the 2015 racing season for the ARCA CRA Super Series, the running of the Madison County Community Health Center 125. Race fans, we thank you for spending your Sunday afternoon with us here at Anderson Speedway. What we want you to do is we want you to get up. We want you to stand up. Come on, everybody, get up, get up, get up, get up. Wave lap time, ARCA CRA Super Series, powered by JEGS. This is the Madison County Community Health Center 125. Greg Van Alst in the 4, Cody Coughlin in the 1, to lead him on turns 3 and 4. Chase under Brian Duncan, the green flag in hand, and we are racing. Coughlin and Van Alst side by side for the lead. Van Alst trying to make the inside lane work. Coughlin are on the high side. Leader lap 1, Cody Coughlin. But Van Alst fights back at the inside, the number 4 machine. The front row remains side by side for the lead. Little bump, little grind, coming out of 4. Leader lap 2, Greg Van Alst. Van Alst, the 2014 CRA Lehman Sportsman Champion, fighting with the 2013 JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour Champion. Now Trent Snyder, a 3-time winner here at Anderson Speedway, the JEGS CRA All-Stars Tour, up to second. Coughlin shovel back to third. He'll battle with the 15 of Brett Robinson. Greg Van Alst continues to show the way. The number 4, Trent Snyder riding second, battle for third. The 15 of Brett Robinson, the 1 of Cody Coughlin. In the top 5, Jordan Pruitt in the number 8 machine, the graduate of the ICAR Top Speed Modified Tour. Hanging out in 5th spot, right behind him, 2 more. Senator Performance rookie title contenders, the 28 of Grant Quinlan, the 13 of Hunter Bays. Trent Sutter, all kind of sideways. We got trouble in turn number 2. Jack Dawsey the 3rd spins it around in turn number 2. And 6 laps into our second race of the 2015 season, the first caution flag of the season comes out. Chief starter Brian Duncan gives him the 1 lap to go signal. We're going green next time by. Double file restarts, the norm in the ARCA CRA Super Series. Greg Van Alst has the option of choosing the inside or the outside. He chooses the inside, which forces a second place driver, Trent Snyder, to the high side of row number 1. Van Alst, Snyder, out of 4. Green flags out. Here we go. Snyder going to try the high side now on Greg Van Alst, the number 4 machine. Snyder to the high side. Van Alst trying to stay up front. Leader of the line. Too close to call. Van Alst now with a slight advantage. He'll clear Snyder going into 3 and 4. Cody Coughlin has recoiled. He's up to the 3rd spot. The number 1 machine. Coughlin had a battle going there with Brett Robinson. Before the caution came out, battle for 5th behind him. Hunter Bays in the 13, Jordan Pruitt in the 8. Here comes Eddie Danby in the 23. But up front, 10 laps completed, 115 to go. Greg Van Alst continues to lead the 4. Trent Snyder riding 2nd, Cody Coughlin 3rd, Brett Robinson 4th, Hunter Bays rounding out the top 5. As Trent Snyder continues to search for a path around the 4, Greg Van Alst Snyder letting Van Alst know he's there. They go into turns 3 and 4. Snyder down to the inside, coming out of 4. Van Alst shuts the door, going into turns 1 and 2. Just under a year ago, this last June, Greg Van Alst picking up his first ever feature win. After 17 years of trying during Red Bud weekend in the CRA Lehman Sportsman Division. Now Van Alst in his first ARCA CRA Super Series appearance in 13 years, showing the way in the 4. Tire rub on the number 7 of Paul Schaefer Jr. You see the smoke coming from that classy chassis trucks.com Chevrolet. Whoa, we got trouble in Matt Hall up in the turn 1 wall. Caution flag will fly. Everyone's slowing to take evasive action. Paul Schaefer Jr. trying to get off the racetrack. Hall checked up. Another car behind him gets to the back end. Looks like Wes Griffith Jr. will return to 33 as the Anderson Speedway pace car pulls off a pit road. Interstate Auto Auction green flag coming out this time by. And it's Van Alst and Snyder duking it out one more time. Oh, what a save by Mark Lambert to the 18 machine. He was all kinds of sideways. And a turn number 2, new leader Trent Snyder. Cody Coughlin off the pace of the 1 machine. Something amiss with the Feds.com Toyota. Cody Coughlin in the 1. But in the meantime, Greg Van Alst lost the lead for a lap. He gains it right back the next lap in the number 4. Trent Snyder shuffled all the way back to 3rd. Hunter Bays up to 2nd. Trent Snyder falling back. Here's Brett Robinson. Here comes Grant Quinlan in the 28. Robinson all kinds of sideways. Quinlan to the inside. Give 3rd spot to your overall and rookie points leader, Grant Quinlan in the 28 car. Brett Robinson some cosmetic damage. He's shown 4th. Trent Snyder was shuffled all the way back to 5th. But up front, Greg Van Alst continues the lead. The number 4, Hunter Bays, fouling in his tire tracks in 2nd spot in the 13. Hunter Bays with plenty of experience in that pit crew. 3-time CRA crew chief, championship winning crew chief Butch Van Dorn calling the shots on Hunter Bays in the 13. Johnny Van Dorn, 3-time series champion, up high in the spotter stand. For the 13 of Hunter Bays. Up front, Greg Van Alst continues the lead. This time by, we are 1/5 of the way to the Madison County Community Health Center 125. 25 laps completed. 100 laps to go for Greg Van Alst in the number 4. Hunter Bays is right there, stalking the 4 of Van Alst. Grant Quinlan in 3rd spot in the 28. Brett Robinson 4th in the 15. Trent Snyder shuffled all the way back to 5th in the 88. The 8 of Jordan Pruitt is 6th. 23 Eddie Van Meter is 7th. Ed Coelding fast qualifier. Mark Lambert is 8th. Eddie Hoffman is 9th. He started 13th. Thomas Wooden started 15th. He's in the top 10. What a run by Jack Dawson in 3rd. Because of the first caution flag, he has worked his way back to the 11th spot, number 20. But up front, your leader, Anderson, Indiana's own, Greg Van Alst in the number 4. No slouch calling the shot for him. 2-time CRA championship winning crew chief Scott Neal behind the scenes for the number 4. Grant Quinlan, third spot in the 28, trying to get away from the 15 of Brett Robinson, while at the same time trying to catch her 2 leaders of 4, Greg Van Alst, the 13 of Hunter Bays. Matt Hall, several laps down, the number 04 machine looking to return to the track. Minus the front end of that Shaw Automotive Chevrolet. Looks like Hall to return to the track in the 04. Several laps off the pace. Hall looking to just make laps at this point in the 04 machine. Cody Coughlin was in earlier with a flat tire. He's 5 laps off the pace of the number 1 machine. He would get the free pass should another caution flag come out in the number 1. But up front, Greg Van Alst continues to show the way. The number 4 machine, Hunter Bays, running second to 13. Third through 5th now, nose to tail. The 28 of Grant Quinlan, 15 of Brett Robinson, 88 of Trent Snyder. 6th spot now belongs to the 23 of Eddie Van Meter, as him and Ed co-welding fast qualifier Mark Lambert both slipping past the 8 of Jordan Pruitt. Hunter Bays content to riding behind the number 4 of Van Alst for now. Potential trouble there in the front stretch as Thomas Wooden off the pace in the 72 machine. Wooden looks like a possible rear end issue for that Midwest Powerline Incorporated machine. Definitely a rear, it looks to be, a rear end issue for the 72 Wood, one of 6 Seneca Performance Rookie of the Year title contenders in the field. Eddie Van Meter, oh, Trent Snyder was all kinds of sideways. Eddie Van Meter gets underneath, give this spot to the Indianapolis, Indiana veteran, Eddie Van Meter, the 23. Van Meter making his 157th career start. Good for 5th all time in ARCA CRA Super Series history. But up front, 45 laps completed. 80 laps to go. Greg Van Alst in the lead for a second time since the lap 17. Hunter Bays following his tire tracks around the quarter-mile high banks here in Anderson, Indiana. Another driver looking to make his presence felt. Eddie Hoffman has worked his way to 8th in the 71. Hoffman started 13th. He's up to 8th. Jordan Pruitt 9th. Now in the top 10. The 20, Jack Saucy the 3rd, has worked his way into the top 10. Corey Deucer off the pace in the other black 71 as the leaders go by. But up front, Greg Van Alst continues the lead in the number 4, Hunter Bays. Right there, not letting Van Alst stray too far out in front. Still a long way to go here at Anderson Speedway. 51 in the book, 74 to go that time by. Hunter Bays, the 17-year-old rookie contender from Bremen, Kentucky. Stalking Anderson's own Greg Van Alst, number 4. Oh, G. Plume to smack the backstretch wall. He's moving forward, though, that black number 1 right in front of the leaders. Van Alst and Bays both safely get by the 1 of G. Plume. Behind them, 3rd through 5th continue to battle. Grant Quinlan is 3rd. Here comes Eddie Van Meter, the 23. He's up to 4th. He got by Robinson. Now he'll set his sights on Greg Quinlan in the 28. Little bumping and grinding between the 88 and Trent Snyder, the 18 of Mark Lambert. Eddie Hoffman right there as well in the 71. Nothing's changed up front. Greg Van Alst continues to lead in the number 4. Hunter Bays showing away in second spot. Jeep Bloom again, all kinds of sideways in the black number 1. Just in front of your leaders though, 2014 Rookie of the Year, Wes Griffith Jr. Eddie Van Meter looking for a way around the 16-year-old overall and rookie points leader, Grant Quinlan in the 28 machine. Van Meter, thousands upon thousands of laps here at Anderson Speedway. More traffic in front of your leaders. We approach the halfway point of the Madison County Community Health Center 125. Van Alst looking to the high side of Griffith to try to put him a lap down. Bays to the inside, the turns 3 and 4. This time halfway, 63 in, 62 to go. Greg Van Alst, your leader in the 4. Hunter Bays, second in the 13. Grant Quinlan, third in the 28. The 23 of Eddie Van Meter is 4th. 15 of Brent Robinson is 5th. 88, Trent Snyder 6th. 18, Mark Lambert is 7th. 71, Eddie Hoffman is 8th. The 8, Jordan Pruitt is 9th. The 20, Jack Dawson the 3rd, rounding in the top 10. The 7 of Paul Schaefer Jr. is 11th. The 83, Phil Bozell is 12th. Those are the colors remaining on the lead lap. Van Alst and Bays get by the 33 of Wes Griffith Jr. Eddie Van Meter continues to search for a path by the 28 of Grant Quinlan. Greg Van Alst though now starting to put a little bit of distance between himself and the 13 of Hunter Bays. We've been clean and green since lap 15. Third through 5th continue to battle. The 28 of Grant Quinlan, the 23 of Eddie Van Meter, the 15 of Brent Robinson. 3rd, 4th, and 5th continue to run in the line. Trent Snyder by himself in 6th. Ed Welding, fast qualifier. Mark Lambert, 7th, with fast Eddie Hoffman right behind him at 8th. And that this time by Greg Van Alst will pick up the Van Dorn Racing Development Lap Leader Award. No one can catch him in that department, and he gets sideways in turn number 2. Caution flag will fly. Greg Van Alst goes around in turn number 2. Grant Quinlan, your leader. Eddie Van Meter on the high side. Out of 4, green flag. Here we go. Van Meter wasted no time going to the high side. The number 23. On a turn 4, new leader. Eddie Van Meter, the 23. Eddie Van Meter, your leader in the number 23. Grant Quinlan second. Brent Robinson third. Trent Snyder 4th. The battle for 5th now. Here comes Eddie Hoffman. Oh, Hoffman got sideways on the turn number 2. That allows Jack Dawson the 3rd to get it underneath. This time by 3/5 of the way through the Madison County Community Health Center's 125, 75 in, 50 laps to go. Eddie Van Meter, your leader of the 23. Grant Quinlan second, Brett Robinson third, Trent Snyder fourth, Mark Lambert fifth, Eddie Hoffman shoveled to sixth. Jack Dossie to third, he's actually in seventh. Phil Moselle is eighth, Paul Schaefer Jr. ninth, Jordan Bruin in 10th. And Wes Griffin Jr. goes around in turn number 2. Caution flag will fly. The Callahan Auto Parts number 33, Wes Griffin Jr. goes around in turn number 2, bringing out the caution flag. $77 in, 48 to go. Eddie Van Meter, your leader in the 23. Grant Quinlan on the inside. Van Meter using the high lane on this restart. Green flag with green. Van Meter using the momentum from the high side to get past the 28 of Grant Quinlan. Trent Snyder on the high side of Brent Robinson that is for third. Here comes Eddie Hoffman, who's had a whale of a time trying to get by Mark Lambert in the 18. Jack Dossie the third is right there as well in the 20. Snyder all kinds of sideways, dirt tracks into 1 and 2, but maintains the 4th position. That allows Mark Lambert to the inside. Eddie Hoffman trying to figure out where to go. But up front, Eddie Van Meter continues to show the way. Grant Quinlan right on his back bumper, trying not to let him get too far out in front. Brett Robinson third, Mark Lambert to 4th. He gets by Trent Snyder. Now Eddie Hoffman to the inside of Snyder, coming out of 4. Snyder shuts the door. Eddie Van Meter showing the way. We got trouble. Caution flag will fly. Officials spotting some debris over in turn number 2. That is the reason for the caution flag. Eddie Van Meter, your leader in the number 23. Grant Quinlan second in the 28. Brett Robinson, Mark Lambert make up row number 2. Out of 4, green flag, we're back underway. Van Meter again utilizing that high lane to get past Grant Quinlan. Mark Lambert going to try the high side on Brett Robinson. Eddie Hoffman got by Trent Snyder, put Hoffman in the top 5 for the first time this afternoon. Eddie Van Meter trying to hold off Grant Quinlan. Behind Quinlan, the battle for third. Edco Welding fast qualifier. Mark Lambert to the high side of Brett Robinson. Lambert started 9th, trying to put himself on the podium for the first time this afternoon. Lambert on the high side, Robinson on the inside. The veteran from Wheaton, Illinois, Eddie Hoffman, trying to figure out which young driver to follow. Robinson with the edge, going down the backstretch. Oh, we got trouble in turn number 2. Wes Griffin Jr. turns it around. Caution flag once again. '14 Rookie of the Year, Wes Griffin Jr. goes around in turn number 2. Eddie Hoffman, the only one of our leaders so far this afternoon to choose the high side on these restarts. That could potentially be good news for Edco Welding fast qualifier Mark Lambert, who's on the outside of row number 2. He'll try to follow Van Meter around Quinlan. Out of 4, green flag, we're underway. Lambert not getting the start he liked as he drove right to the bottom of the 18. Trent Snyder now working the high side of the 88. He gets around Eddie Hoffman for 5th. Now he'll go after Mark Lambert for 4th. Paul Schaefer Jr. right there in the number 7 machine. So is Hunter Bays. Caution flag. Debris in turn number 1. That is Jordan Pruitt's nose in the number 8 machine. That came from Jordan Pruitt's Gaylord Machine and Fabrication entry. So Van Alst with problems in the number 4. Brett Robinson, Mark Lambert, row number 2. They'll come on turn number 4. Chase starter Brian Duck in the green flag in the air. We're back underway. Quinlan not letting Van Meter get away too far out that time by. Van Meter gives Quinlan the high lane, coming out 4. Van Meter, your leader in the 23. Quinlan in 2nd, Brett Robinson 3rd. Here comes Trent Snyder. Here comes Eddie Hoffman. Here comes Paul Schaefer Jr. as well as Hunter Bays. Trouble down the backstretch. Jeff G. Plume goes around for a complete 360. Will stay green in the number 1. Plume, the Cincinnati, Ohio veteran, a complete 360. Kept it going in that 1. Eddie Van Meter continues to lead in the number 23. Frank Quinlan, the 16-year-old driver from Harrison, Michigan, in 2nd spot. The last time Eddie Van Meter won an ARCA CRA Super Series race, Grant Quinlan was 7 years old, the number 28. Now he's battling Quinlan for that lead. Trent Snyder back on the podium. He is in 3rd, and Paul Schaefer Jr. to 4th now, the number 7. Brett Robinson shuffled back to 5th. Van Meter and Quinlan 1 and 2. Trent Snyder, Paul Schaefer Jr., Brett Robinson 3rd through 5th. Battle for 6th. The 13 of Hunter Bays has worked his way back to the field. Eddie Hoffman is 7th. 4/5 of the way, 125 lap shootout to go. Mark Lambert trying to get by Phil Bozell in the 83. Bozell 9th, Lambert in 10th. Paul Schaefer Jr. starting to feel racy. Puts a bumper to the 88 of Trent Snyder, but it lets him go to get straightened out. But up front, Eddie Van Meter continues to lead in the 23. Grant Quinlan right there, not letting him stray too far out in front. Van Meter looking for his first win in 9 seasons. Quinlan looking for his first ever ARCA CRA Super Series win. Trent Snyder, Paul Schaefer Jr., good battle for that third spot. Brett Robinson right there as well. He is in fifth. Eddie Hoffman to the inside of Hunter Mays. That is for the sixth spot. Laps continuing to click off. Eddie Van Meter, your leader. Grant Quinlan is right there. Quinlan searching high, searching low, trying to figure out a way around the Indianapolis, Indiana veteran. Quinlan shows the bumper in turn number 2. They're side by side to turns 3 and 4. Quinlan sideways, Van Meter sideways. What a save by Eddie Van Meter. Eddie Van Meter looking like Peter Mrazek from the Detroit Red Wings. What a save out of turn number 4. Quinlan recoils. He'll go back after Eddie Van Meter with 13 laps to go. Trent Snyder is third, trying to catch the 2 leaders while trying to hold off the advances of the number 7 of Paul Schaefer Jr. A few cars just in front of the leaders could play a role in the outcome of this event. Gene Plume in the 1, Matt Hall in the 04, George Pruitt in the 8, just in front of your leaders. This time, 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for Eddie Van Meter. Van Meter gonna go high on Gene Plume. Quinlan to the inside with a lap car in front. Quinlan trying to get by the lap cars. Van Meter escapes for now. 2 more cars in front of your leaders. Van Meter to the high side. Quinlan to the high side. They safely get by Matt Hall. Now they'll carefully negotiate around the 8 of Jordan Pruitt. 7 to go. Van Meter and Quinlan away from the lap cars. Now they'll battle amongst themselves. They're side by side. Oh, we got trouble. Jack Dawsey to third, making contact with the wall. $118 laps completed. 7 laps to go. Cheese starter Brian Duncan gives him the 1 lap to go signal. We're going green the next time by. Eddie Van Meter looking for his first win in 9 years in the ARCA CRA Super Series. 16-year-old Grant Quinlan looking for his first ever ARCA CRA Super Series win. Van Meter, Quinlan out of 4, green flag, here we go. Van Meter, a wonderful start for the Indianapolis, Indiana veteran. That allows Trent Snyder to go to the inside of Quinlan for second. Robinson to the inside of Quinlan. Robinson now third. Eddie Van Meter's got a new challenger. That's the Indiana Trent Snyder with 5 laps to go. Van Meter, Snyder, Robinson, your top 3. Grant Quinlan shuffled back to 4th. A shrewd move by Eddie Van Meter in the 23. Quinlan in 4th. He has got a plethora of cars behind him. Paul Schaefer Jr., Eddie Hoffman, Mark Lambert, Hunter Bays, Wes Griffith Jr. Hoffman to the inside. Quinlan's tires perhaps gone away. 2 to go for Eddie Hoffman. But up front, the white flag comes out. 1 lap to go for Eddie Hoffman. And meter. His last win was 142 races to go. He returns the victory lane. Eddie Van Meter. Trent Steiner second. Brent Robinson third. Hunter Mays fourth. Paul Schaefer Jr. rounds up the top 5. Race fans, a big round of applause for the ARCA CRA Super Series powered by Jags. We return on July 17th and 18th for the prestigious Redbud 300 weekend. But for this gentleman,